and welcome to Cooking with Jim. I'll be your host, Jim, and we will be cooking Easter egg surprise souffle. Basically, I got this delicacy. Well, before I tell you about how I got to it, let me tell you something about myself. I have no idea how to cook, and you're watching me, so what are you doing? Watching someone else no idea to cook. That's your problem, not mine. I'm attempting scientific experiments on making food. Since I have no idea how to make food, I will be trying it until it works. Anyway, so check it out now, my functional brethren. I once threw rice in, a crock pot. That's what we have here. I just burned my finger. Awesome. I still have 10 fingers left because that one wasn't burned off. But anyway, so I just put rice and boiled it, right? But I also put eggs in with it at the same time. So when it finished, it was a big mass of rice with eggs hidden all through it. I did not shell the eggs. They were just in there. And I pulled it out, and I'd eat around the eggs, and I'd, pull it out. And it was a game. We will not be putting eggs in currently. We're going to try and surprise with chicken legs. Because at Shop and Save, chicken legs were on sale, 99 cents. During the inflationary period, we need to get what we can get. So it's half off. And Shop and Save is like an Easter egg hunt. You go in there, find some specials, get out. And I have no water at my place, so I'm using Reynolds kitchen things. It's also good for lazy people. 20 cents to be lazy, so you don't have to wash your crock pot. Reynolds thingies. Anyway, so we will be starting by putting in some rice in here. So I'm going to go get the rice, which I did not prepare ahead of time, like a smart, genius man I am. And we have a jug of water. Pour the water in here. We're gonna put some mac and cheese, some rice in here, and then we're gonna use some chicken base back. Probably don't put too much water. We'll put some chicken base in here. We're doing experiments, and we'll put some rice in. We'll just start out with the rice. If you know how much rice will inflate, rice inflates, gets higher. You know what you put it in. Watch out for that. And if you don't have anything, put a little bit of tomatoes in with your rice. Makes it taste better. I talked with someone who knows how to cook in Italian. My uncle Paul. He said put some tomato in. Red rice. It makes it taste better. You eat more. And it's right. If you just have rice and tomato, you'll eat more rice than just rice and salt, right? So we have something fancier than tomato. There's some cheese salsa. So we'll just dump or fire some of that in there. Doesn't have to be crazy. It's just to flavor it up. Since I am Italian, I talk with my hands. I'll be putting the salt in. There's a myth that salt makes it boil better. No, it just flavors it more. I think actually they said salt, depending on your pressure, can make it boil slower, right? I don't know. I don't really know. I'm a scientist. And I'll be admitted what I don't know. Then we got some ragu. I don't know. It's I just wanted to try ragu. My aunt makes some spaghetti sauce with it, so we put some good amount of ragu in there. Don't put too much cheesy sauce. It's pretty good. Ragu right out of the jar. Who needs to cook chicken things? All right, I just eat ragu right out of the jar. Then we got some Berman's hot sauce. It's just imitation red hot sauce, But I don't want to do hot right now. But capsaicin, the hot stuff that's in there, will get you high. I like to get people off of drugs, so I tell them ways to get naturally high. And capsaicin. Now you eat people who are not used to it will eat like jalapenos. And, the jalapeno peppers are burning my mouth. This is the worst thing ever, But then like after a while, it doesn't, Eat some dumbed down. I got some mac and cheese. Oh, there's the packet. Probably don't want to put that in with the. Probably don't want to boil some plastic in here. But anyway, so you think like capsaicin is terrible, right? You're like, man, this is terrible, making me burn. But if you eat those dumbed down nachos, banana peppers, whatever, doesn't burn you that much, eventually you start getting a tolerance. Then what happens is you start going up the Scoville chart. You're eating some ghost peppers and stuff. And you're like, man, this is getting me high, And then obviously you got some issues you have to watch out for, don't rub your eyes with capsaicin. No matter how much tolerance you have, that's going to be bad. I need to find mine. Okay. The people I am renting off of, they don't use the silverware, so I have my Rambo knife from when I was 6 years old. It was like they give like 9-inch freaking they give this to 6-year-olds, man, in the 80s. And we didn't have trouble with terrorism back in then. We just give 6-year-olds 9-inch combat blades. Anyway, so I dumped some cheese on. I don't think putting the cheese in this early is that great idea, but I need to get rid of the packet because it was You saw me. I dropped it right at the thing. I have no idea what I'm doing. Crazy man with a knife. Had no idea what to do. Anyway, this is just an act, you know. It's an act, but at the same time, I really did drop that intentionally, and the knife is just going to be used for kitchen purposes. Okay, so we got some salsa. Salsa con queso. This is medium. This stuff's good. This is freaking Mama Cassie medium cheese sauce. This is like the Cadillac of cheese sauces. If you eat Cadillacs, you would like to eat Mama Casey's. Oh, I'm just saying we already went all in on putting cheese in here before it's time. So why not? You know, that's probably gonna be a big mistake. Like scientifically, you probably don't want to put like the cheese and stuff in here. Right now it is on off. No, it was on low. Not on high. We want to bring this to the boil. We put like mac and cheese, and we put some there's some rice in there right now. But we have not yet put in the chicken thing. I'm gonna save this one. Remember, we're talking about probably best to put the cheese in at the end. You know, probably best to put the cheese in the end. So we're not gonna save that one. I didn't drop it in. I'm not gonna put all my cheese in just because I put one in. Don't mean to commit to all of it. You know, you dig a hole and you don't have to keep digging, right? You know, you can pull yourself out. So we successfully got that one out. So we put 2 bags of that in. This is gonna probably overflow. I'll be honest. I probably put too much stuff in here. So as a joke, I was gonna actually put a couple eggs in here, but we're running out of actual room in this thing. I'm gonna go get myself the chicken broth. And the chicken. So what happens is when you put the chicken in, it's going to hide what I think is going to happen, since I've never done this before with chicken legs and mac, is that I think what's going to happen is it's going to make a big solid chunk of like mac and cheese and rice all together, right? And then there's going to be like chicken legs all like through it, you know, inside of it. So the lady at Shop and Save was like, I cook, I know what I'm doing. Jim, take this. It's dangerous to go alone. Alright, so we were putting some chicken broth in there. I mean, like, that's why I didn't put too much water in. Man, it looks like water itself, man. It doesn't look like it had any coloration to it at all. But, you know, coloring's bad for you. Was it like artificial flavored colors, botanical diet? If you don't know, I'm hyperactive. And there's a trait, like a little hyperactive. That's how I was good at video games. I min-maxed everything in the video games. Nothing in the cooking or anything relevant to, like, living and surviving. So when my grand passed away, I am making it up as I go. Fortunately, physics helps a lot. Learning how, like, maybe, like, automotive repairs. I don't know what automotives do. Other than drive, than inside, but I like YouTube stuff, and I know maybe it needs this, and power can't come from here, and so physics is helping me like learn basic tasks of life. And we're doing the experimental method here. We're trying stuff that work kinda, and then we're simulating annealing by adding more stuff. And simulated annealing is still, don't have to worry about simulating. We'll talk about it later. I want to talk about artificial flavored colors. Okay, the Feingold diet in the 80s was terrible. They're like, oh, the Feingold diet doesn't stop ADHD. You should put people on drugs. My mom was thinking, no, I don't want to put my kid on Ritalin, which I'm very thankful of, because like I graduated as a really smart dude from Carnegie Mellon, you know, perfect SAT and everything, and then like, you know, there was no jobs for computer scientists out of Carnegie Mellon, and I think it's because I got beat up by police unfairly, but I love police. We're doing too many tangents right now in the conversation, but long story short, I'm Eagle Scout, and that's probably my only relevant cooking experience other than when I was a kid. But, you know, I love police before I got beat up, love them afterwards. But long story short, wasn't able to get a job out of college, even though I'm a super smart guy. You know, super smart. Put me on drugs, maybe not, maybe wouldn't be so smart. I always try and get people off of drugs. So like I said, the capsaicin earlier, this helps get off drugs. We're just dropping these things right on in here. We want to make them a hidden thing. So I try and get people off drugs. So I say, hey, best way to get high, you know, maybe some capsaicin and exercise. Go to your Planet Fitness. Go to your gym. You know, the gym is the bar of the modern age, you know. The old age, you know, if you didn't hit on the chickadee, 3 months, you know, you're fat and, like, ugly because you're smoking cigarettes and you're, like, drinking beer. You don't want to do that, right? And everybody knows don't smoke cigarettes and drink beer. I'll be right back. But what a lot of people don't know today is that if you're at the gym, you hit on the chickadees, and then, like, you know, they say no, and then you exercise, you get in shape. Everybody knows that. And then it's like a sure shot. Eventually, you'll be so much in gym, you're so much in shape, they're like, oh, baby, you're like in shape. And they'll be like, hey, you're in shape. And then maybe we have some things that go in common. And like, hey, you know. But that's aside the point. That's one of the main reasons I go to the gym, instead of the bar, right? I was not saying go to the gym. But, like, I'll tell you some jokes. Man, I'm just, like, tangenting everywhere. But long story short, artificial flavors and colors are not good for you. And at the gym, you get high by exercising for a couple like minutes. You like after soreness, you're out of shape, and once you get out of shape after a couple of days, then when you go to the gym, after like about 5-10 minutes of like just aerobics, man, you're smiling like stupid. Like it makes you higher than any drug to be exercise. So it's good to be exercise, and then we're gonna go back to the colors and artificial flavors. Artificial colors are bad for your DNA. It's banned in Europe. The mac and cheese I use is Aldi's mac and cheese, okay? It's only 50 cents. Really, even during inflation, man, that's a really good price for mac and cheese, and inflation has a little bit of protein in it even. But it doesn't have, it has color by, what was it colored by? It's, palmetto or something, or like, yeah, paprika. I don't know. It has like, coloration by, like an herb, right? But what is it like? A lot of major, we'll just say major brands. We're not going to name any brands right now, but the major brands of mac and cheese, which comes to mind, use yellow number 5. Yellow number 5 is banned in Europe because it's bad for your DNA. It makes you older faster. Don't eat yellow number 5. And actually, the other yellows, the other blues, blue number 2, red number 4, whatever that is. I might have just made up a number. I'm not sure if 4 is a number anymore, but don't eat that. Try not to eat food that has artificial flavors and colors. It says it has artificial flavors, colors, just don't get it. It says yellow number 1. It says any color with a number symbol after it, and then like a number that is actual real number, not number 4, which is I guess what's invalidated today. Don't get anything that has yellow number 5. It's banned in Europe, and they know their stuff, right? America's like, as long as they're paying us money, we'll just keep on making it. It's like, know your stuff. That's one of the things here. I'm going to bring you actual science along with maybe some like type of, let's say UHF television style humor. I'm trying to bring the humor with the intelligence. And sometimes being dumb helps with the humor and, vice versa. But anyway, we have all put this together. Here, I wonder if I can lift this up. Ooh. Probably don't want to spill all my juices down into the thing. So here we go. We have, and now what happens is, I think the rice and the thing will rise. I have to put a cap on it to cap my chicken, and I think oh no, here we go. Got some more stuff. So pepper is good to stop inflammation. A lot of people don't know when you drink milk and dairy, it causes inflammation. Makes your hands and like hurt, and your thoughts bad. When I say thoughts bad, I mean like you makes your thinking like cloudy. Like inflammation will do that. It's like getting a precursor to a headache. Inflammation, like dairy will cause inflammation. You can read all about it. But black pepper reduces inflammation. I just got this all days. I don't even like black pepper. I used to not eat pepper for like 30 years. When I was young, I ate pepper. We just came over with Italian, just we put it in our stuff. I like it the pepper. We like it the pepper. Put it in. And I was like, I don't like it the pepper. I'm not going to use it. I use salt, right? But I use pepper now because it has a medical thing that reduces inflammation. It's a real thing. You might have some cloudy days, rough days, just have some pepper. It's not good for cancer patients. Nothing out of the ground is good for my mom, the nurse, says that about pepper. I'm just going to add that to it. But we're doing some science, And since I just have Worcestershire, it's pretty cheap, I'm going to drop some Worcestershire sauce, just a couple droplets. I guess I'm going to put it in my power strip. Yeah, I'm going to, a little short circuiting of your power strip, man, it cooks a little faster because it heats up a little quicker. No, my bad. All right, so, okay. I think we're going to cap this with a thing, and we'll come back later and see how it comes out. There was one other thing I wanted to add. Pepper, blah, blah, blah. We'll be cooking with Jim some more later. For right now, we'll see what the results look like.